what's happening, world? This your boy, Stilo Bundles. I'm out here in Baltimore, man, with my girl, Ray.
I still love this
and
one
my
the
boy,
best.
Staj, man.
Almost.
We live
I love
on
the
the
story
Chicken and Rice
behind it.
podcast, you heard me? Get at me. Yeah.
Hey, yo. Thanks for sharing part of your day with us. This is the Chicken and Rice Podcast. I'm Dodge P, and I'm here with my best friend, my confidant, my right-hand woman, the most beautiful girl in the world inside and out, my wife. Say hello, baby.
Well, hello, beautiful people, and welcome. I'm Ray, and I'm so excited to share our journey and everything in between with you guys. The best part about it, I get to do it with my husband and my very best friend. I really couldn't ask for anything better than that. I love you, babe. You the shh. Now let's do this.
Yo, welcome to the Chicken Rice Podcast, episode 43. 43, it is episode 43. I feel like we've been doing this for a long time, and we haven't not got out of the 40s yet. It's cool. Stay in your 40s as long as possible.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
40s is a good decade.
I wouldn't know, but hey, listen.
I'm not there yet, but...
You're not 40?
No, not yet.
I don't even know my wife.
Don't be trying to like push me to get older faster. Like, what's that about?
It's about life.
You know how old I am. You know how young I am.
See, no, you said it right the first time. I know how old you are. Don't remind me. That's all I'm saying. So check it out. Yo, excuse me. Listen, this one's gonna be pretty quick. I got a couple of things I really want to touch on that are not important to me, but I want to get them out of my system because they've been sitting in my system for a while.
Okay.
All good stuff and great fun. First, I want to say rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I don't know if any of you guys known him. I wasn't turned on to him until probably like 6-8 months ago. And I just thought he was right on point with like all the stuff that he was talking about as far as women and men and, you know, what women expect from men.
All the relationship stuff that you love.
I love relationship stuff, but some people thought he was hard on women. I thought he was just very truthful.
Okay.
He made me look at things differently. I was already locked down with you, so I wasn't really, having to fend chicks off. However, with some of the information he was given, I found it to be very insightful. Like, oh, okay. So basically, if you don't know, what he did was I feel like he put the power back in men's hands when it came to dating and stuff like that. So unfortunately, what I'm hearing, I haven't done any research of my own except for the few clips that I've seen on YouTube. He passed Thursday from a heart attack. Crazy. They say he was 57. That's kind of my fear. Like once I start doing something great, I'm going to check out, which is crazy to think that way. But it's like, I feel like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like he really got blazing hot over the last 2 years. And then now, it is what it is.
You could look at it this way. You're already doing great things.
Sure.
So like you said, you always kind of put a positive spin on stuff. So It's not like, oh, well, when, I finally do something great, then I might check out. Instead of thinking it like that, it's like, yo, I'm already living my best life.
Right.
So unfortunately, we don't know. Fortunately and unfortunately, we don't know when we're going to go. Right. But that's the only thing that's guaranteed to us. So all we can do is kind of just, when it comes to the whole death thing, a lot of people who are close to me know, but I think about it all the time. And not that I, can help it or anything, but I lost someone I loved, a partner, when I was 22 years old. Right. So death is always in the back of my mind some way, somehow. So it's a part of life, you just got to just live it while you're here. You wake up, is another day.
I agree.
To get to live. So It's unfortunate. I lost a friend recently who I don't think even hit 40 yet from a heart attack. And it is very, very scary. And, hopefully his family and everybody is doing well, but it's a shame. Right. It's really sad.
Yeah. I don't think about it much. I just hope when I do go, it's in my sleep so I don't have to know that it's coming. So that's just my hope.
Okay, so real quick. So I asked you the other day, I said, how old would you be that when you go, you'd be like, okay, I'm okay with this. Like I lived my life. Right. This is the age that I'm willing to hang it up and say, I'm not like dying too early. And you said what, 80?
I said something? Never.
You said never because he wants to explore space and like live out there somewhere. But
80 is probably good.
I would say for me, 80 to like an 80 and up, 80, upper 80s, whatever. And then you said I was Asian, so I'm going to live forever.
Yeah,
but
pretty much. Like, come on. So
yeah, so
I mean, 80. If I'm mobile, which I plan to be, like I would. If I'm mobile and my health is great, I want to live as long as I'm
humanly possible.
I'm humanly possible. Right? Maybe that's 100, maybe 120. Who knows?
It's possible.
I'm just putting it out there. 120. Like, long as I'm still moving around, I'm good. I might run out of money, but in that case, I don't know what to do in that case. But
you could be a case study and make some money.
That's true. I could be a case study. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll make enough money between now and then to have money until I'm 120. It is what it is.
Maybe it'll be like Waterworld in the future, right? Because we're messing up our planet. So instead of needing money, you'll have a bag of dirt and it'll be priceless.
I never watched Waterworld, but I
just remember that part. So a bag of dirt was like very, very priceless because there's no dirt. So when you think about it, back in the day, it was trading.
Right.
So there was no money. You're trading, silks and fabrics for foods and beans and powder and different, you know what I'm saying? So it was about trading. So it's what's valuable, what's going to be valuable when you're 120 years old. So that's kind of like what the currency would be.
Okay. I wouldn't be able to get it from this house because we're on a slope. All our dirt will wash away. So our neighbors
keep
would
some
be
in a jar right now.
Exactly. So, we talked about the Will Smith thing, but we didn't publish it because another part of that taping was funny. So,
you didn't put any of that up?
I didn't put any of that
up. Just besides you trying to speak?
Yeah, that's the only thing I put up. And then last week, somebody ran up on stage on Dave Chapelle.
Right.
Which is crazy to me.
So did you see the reasoning why he decided to do that? It was the most...
It was because of the transgender thing, right?
No. So what Dave... Okay, first of all, I think they gave him... His sentence was way too light because he had a...
He's sentenced already?
Or I think he's supposed to get like possibly up to six months. It was something really low.
Okay.
His bail was only $30,000. Like everything was really low, right? So I think he deserved to go away for a lot longer than that. And he ran up with, and he had in his pocket. Did you see that contraption?
Yeah, he had the gun knife.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So, but the thing about it, so Dave Chapelle wanted to know the reason. So he talked to him.
Sure.
And, he asked him, why would you do something like that? Like, what did I do or what did I say? And he said the explanation was so bizarre, and it was very bizarre because you could have gotten like attention from doing something else as opposed to doing something like this. Did you get the attention? Yes, you absolutely did. You got your ass beat too.
Sure.
So, arm in a sling and all, but so his reasoning was something to this extent. So don't quote me because I just saw this the other day and, my mind, short-term memory sucks. But it was something about the treatment of like his grandmother in New York City, how they're being unfair to her living situation or something like that. It had nothing to do with anything. So he wanted to grab attention. But okay, you grab attention that way, but why do you have a gun and a knife melded together or welded together? I'm just really confused. So I don't know if that was just some BS or maybe he's mentally ill or has, something going on up there. But I just thought that was so bizarre that like you run up on probably one of the most famous and well-known comedians ever. For that reason, because you wanted to get like headlines or attention, it doesn't make any sense.
I'm not sure. But now that you say that, I heard something else where some commentator somewhere was saying that although they like Dave Chapelle, he never advocated for the poor and, poor people. And I didn't know where that was coming from. But now that I hear the backstory from you, it kind of brings the two together.
Okay, so is he supposed to be he's a comedian.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, people advocate for what they want to advocate for.
Sure.
So you don't have to be, let's say, for example, if someone donates or gives or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Does something philanthropic.
Sure.
But they pick what they want. Okay, well, I'm going to give to cancer because, my mother died of cancer, or I want to give to whatever disease, sickness, or whatever. So I sponsor kids from Cambodia. Why? Because that's where I'm from. I sponsor. Oh, well, people, you can never make everyone happy. People could say, well, there's people in this country. Okay, well, I'm really not from this country. So And the reason why I'm here in this country now is because of what this country did to my country. So I'm going to do what I want to do with my money and my time and my voice. So that's so weird how people will always have something to pick apart about. Now, this whole woke movement thing is good and is bad because some things people need to be woke on. Like, come on now. But other things it's so ridiculous that it's like, just can we take it back just a little bit on certain things? Everyone's so ridiculously sensitive. It's crazy.
It's crazy that you said that. Just so that you guys know, we never pregame. Like we just, I turn mics on and turn lights on, I turn cameras on and we just go. And I'm at the point where I don't know what woke means anymore. It's been watered down by the right. I'll just leave it at that. Right. However, the sensitivity thing, it kind of leads right into my next part. I have two things. First one, I excuse me, because I'm stuttering. I hate using this word because I feel like at some point it's going to backfire on us. But like calling white women Karens, like I ran into like a real life Karen a couple weeks ago. I was confused. I didn't know whether to take my phone out and start recording. I didn't know whether to intervene. I didn't know what to do. Backstory. I had a crack in my windshield. So I had to have my windshield replaced at the Tesla store. While I'm in there waiting, you know, people, you can wait or they don't give you loaner cars anymore unless your car is going to stay overnight. So I was in the waiting area. Okay. Chick came in. I saw her. Like, sometimes I don't want to talk to people. So she came in. She spoke to me, but I acted like I didn't hear her. I had my earbuds in and I just kept it pushing. I was on my laptop probably working. So about 2 hours later, she's looking at her car being worked on. So the technician has his laptop. And he had his laptop on her roof. Now, if anybody knows, Tesla's roofs are glass. You can't really damage them unless you banging a hammer on it. So he's putting his laptop on the roof. He's doing his work, going back to the laptop, blah, blah. So she stands up. She's getting impatient. So she starts flipping out. Like, why is he learning how to fix my car while he's working on my car? And I'm like, this lady must not know how
this works.
Yeah, like, or a knowledge base. If you work in the computer or if you work in any troubleshooting arena, you know that in most cases you have a knowledge base where you can go in and you can find like, oh, I see a red wire here that doesn't belong here. Let me see if anybody else has ever seen this before within our, group.
Right.
So I know that's what he was doing because I troubleshoot for a living. So she was like, why is he learning to work? He's looking up stuff and trying to fix my car while working on my... I'm like, chick, you just got like the cheapest Tesla that they make. Like, relax. I don't want his laptop on my roof, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at her like, the roof is glass. Like, he can't do any damage. So she just went on for like 5 minutes. Good thing, probably longer than that because I left, my car was done. But I'm like, yo, why are people so on edge and so sensitive? I understand her frustration because I think it was brand new. I kind of had problems with my car when it was brand new too. Sure, when you first
got it, right?
But I would never flip out like that. I don't understand how people
They're going to rectify the situation.
Exactly.
There's a reason why Tesla is where it's at right now.
Sure.
Because they take care of business.
Sure.
Now, you're not going to go and it's going to be a usual mechanic shop all dirty and dusty and oily.
Right.
None of that. It's straight computers.
Right.
It's just a totally different thing. So I don't know why she, is like that, but that's just people in general. People just... got attitude problems. People are super impatient. People, you could see them working on your car though. So like, It's not like I'd be more upset if I was waiting X amount of hours and no one was touching my car yet.
Right. And the thing about this store is that it's all glass. So the waiting room is all glass. So you don't have any other option. You could look out the other way, but people working on your car, you want to see. So, I want to see them lift the glass off my joint, put the new glass in. So I kind of watched that, but she was impatient. She's like, oh, it's my third or fourth time back for the same problem. I get it. So if you don't have the patience to watch somebody work on your car and try to do it correctly, then you should probably Uber,
leave and come back. Right.
Second one. Okay. Not sure if I told you this. So I've been at the job 17, 18 years.
Okay.
Right. I've seen people come and go. Some come back twice, 3 times. Like, job is very liberal about rehiring people. So most recently, we rehired a guy who left, I'm just going to guess, 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
So he was gone. First time he left, he thought he was going to leave for a better job. Come to find out, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. So about 2-3 weeks later, he was back, trying to come back. They wouldn't hire him back. He was a weirdo. He would sit in our lobby, and use free Wi-Fi. This was before we had locks on like our restrooms and stuff like that. He would come in, take showers in our like locker room.
Okay.
He was doing that because he wanted to save money at home. Found it weird, right?
Yeah, those things are kind of super private. Like, I'd rather shower in my own home, in the comfort of my own home.
Especially if you're not, like, I'm not going to lie to you, I shower at the job because I'm coming from the gym in the morning.
That's different. You're coming from the gym all sweaty.
Right.
You just ran ball for 2 hours. That's a different story. It's not like you're trying to save money.
How much are you saving, really?
It's $5.
$5?
I don't know.
It is what it is.
I don't know.
So finally, the area that he needed to work in, they needed people, right? So he comes back like 7-8 years later for an interview. I didn't see him. My coworker saw him.
Okay. I
was like, oh, he's coming back. And they were like, we don't know if we're going to hire him. I was like, yo, why not? You should hire him. He's older. He knows the firm. He knows, most of the attorneys here. He'd be a good fit. He came in. Dude ain't last 2 months. Quit again.
Why?
Great question. So and this is the part that I don't like. If you have a problem with something that's going on, I feel like you should speak up. So when he first got back, I wasn't just like, it wasn't even cordial between him and I. Would see him, what's up, what up, blah, blah, blah. See him in the cafe, what up, blah, blah, blah. So one day I go to his area and I see like Breitbart, which is this ultra-right conservative website, like on his iPad. So I started asking him just questions. I'm like, yo, like, what's the deal? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? With your side, I just want to know, like, I wanted information. Who else? Like, I'm actually sitting here with somebody who is a staunch supporter of everything that I think is crazy.
Right.
So I want to have a conversation with you about what you think happened with the election, what you think happened on January 6th, what you think about the ex-president. When I try to have a conversation with him, he don't know nothing.
Side note, we're so different when it comes to that because you like to debate, you like to talk, you like to kind of hear what other people have to say about things that you're unsure about. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear you. I think your opinion is stupid.
Sure.
But I'll just keep that to myself and keep it pushing. Like, I don't really like to get into it with people,
right? Especially
when it comes to religion, politics. We all have our own. There's a reason why they say you shouldn't talk about or bring up religion, and politics when you're in a group setting, because everyone has their own opinion and is their right to. And I'm just leave it at that. But you like to poke the bear and you like to find out. Like,
I agree. I agree. So, but this one, I wasn't poking the bear. I was simply like, educate me.
Okay.
So before we even start talking, here's what he says. He says, I don't want to say anything because you're going to think I'm racist. Hold on. What does that mean?
Right.
I'm just trying to understand what you think happened in all of these situations or about your man. And when it came time to have the conversation, I'm same tone of voice now. I said, let's take politics out of it. Let's just talk general, like human being to human being. Like, what happened? Oh, I don't know. How don't you know? Anyway, that went on. We had a conversation for about an hour. He didn't answer any questions. I just kept, giving him facts about the things that I knew about. He left. On his way out, he said he left because I made him uncomfortable. My coworker made him uncomfortable because my coworker busted him logging into our TVs with his account. My coworker asked him, like, yo, did you do that? I don't even know how to do that, blah, blah, blah.
Show is cheap.
Right. So we're like, yo, when did he do this? Is he coming back at night to watch cable or to broadcast?
He has keys? Is that how that works?
Yeah. Well, we have badges, so you can get in anytime, 24/7.
Okay.
So you can get in and, you could.
So he was living there on the side, damn
He
near.
may have been, but I know that he was logged in because we use a certain device. When you log into one, it logs into all the TVs and all our conference rooms everywhere. So everywhere we went, he was logged in. Got in his ass. Like I don't know what I did that day. I think I had a doctor's appointment. I came back the next day. He was like, yo, you got to talk to blah, blah, blah. This is what happened. I said, let me just figure out if it was a mistake or not, because I don't want to just accuse him.
Right.
It wasn't a mistake.
Like, you can no way mistakenly upload your stuff, do this, do that, watch it on this.
No way.
But I guess he maybe just didn't realize that it would be on everything. And he's not the tech guy. You guys are the techie guys.
Sure.
So he probably knows just enough to know how to put it so that it connects, but not realize that it stays your login and this and that and everything. You know what I mean? But like all the back end stuff.
But as a 60-year-old man, when we ask you, you should say, yeah.
Right, why would you lie about it?
Exactly.
It doesn't make... Obviously, you are logged in on there.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Exactly. There's no question about it.
Right.
So on his way out, throws me under the bus, throws my man under the bus, and then says something else that didn't have to do with either of us. I'm like, yo, that's kind of shitty that you would do that on the way out. Now, I just want to say this, and I just want to say it as it is. This is the second white person who has thrown black people under the bus on their way out of the firm. So the first one, she's long gone. The second one is him. I was confused when I found out that, this is what happened, because I said, yo, this shit happened like 2 months ago, like when he first came back. What are you holding on to this for? I guess you were holding on to it for this. Anyway, he leaves last Friday.
Okay.
Thursday. Wednesday. He's calling, talking about he wants to come back.
Again?
Listen, I said if you're asking me, I would say don't rehire him. And here's why. I advocated for him
to get rehired in the first place.
Right, exactly. So I don't think he knows that.
Maybe he needs a shower.
I don't think he knows that I advocated hard for him to come get rehired. Pause. Okay. So maybe he just needs some Wi-Fi and a shower and he wants his badge back. Maybe.
Because once you leave and then come back and then you leave and then you want to come back, what is your deal? What is your issue?
I have no idea.
Especially being back somewhere in less than 2 months. Now, this happens at my job all the time. Right. Okay. Do we get tired? Do we get, I work in a club. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do we get tired? Does the loud music and the smoke, where do they allow smoking, which sucks because I haven't smoked a day in my life, especially cigarettes. People leave. They think the grass is greener. Our job is easy at the end of the day. It's physical. It's very physical. You're going to run all night, but it's very easy. People leave, and if they leave on a good note, my job is the same way. You can come back. Right. You already know how to do your job. You don't have to retrain. You just do what you do. If you leave on a bad note, because some people do, I quit, I'm leaving for another job or whatever, you can't come back, but they always try to come back. Always. Sure. Always. Sure. And it's like, but I would think that if you came back for 2 months and you leave again, just like that, you want to come back. Like, I'm really confused. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, he really has some issues. I don't know what the issues are, whether it be financial. You should have thought about that before you quit, because someone made you feel, quote unquote, uncomfortable about just having a conversation. Right. So that's something within you. Right. If someone asked me something, I don't see why I would feel so uncomfortable about it. If they're asking because they want to know something, right? Not because they're trying to start something with me.
Not at all. I didn't advocate for you to get rehired so that I could harass you. Or
right,
make
that doesn't
you feel
make any. That doesn't make any sense.
Definitely doesn't make.
But
sense.
That's where his sensitivity comes in,
right? Because
he feels some type of way. Well, why do you feel some type of way? Like, and this is just something that has nothing really to do with anything. I hate the word conservative.
Sure.
For the right.
Sure, I get it.
What does that mean for you guys?
What it means.
What does it mean, conservative? First of all, this is what's going on right now, because everyone's talking about, they're trying to overthrow Roe v. Wade. Isn't there supposed to be a separation of church and state? And this is for the people who advocate for pro-life, right? Because I believe in pro-choice all day.
Sure.
Because at a certain point, it's not even like a baby. It's not a baby yet. Do I agree that after a certain point you shouldn't be able to? Yes, but like a good amount of time beyond. But I believe in pro-choice. Now, people are so skewed in their thinking. I was reading some comments, and I never comment back because, again, I don't have the energy for the BS. Sure. But I just look at some comments, and people were like, "Oh, so a pro-choice person would say, oh, so you believe in pro-life even if someone was raped or it was incest involved or whatever. And then the idiot responds, oh, so it's okay to kill a baby? Yes.
So, you know what I think?
Yeah, if I was raped incestually by someone in my family and this baby could come out, horribly disabled or whatever have you because of, you're not supposed to, obviously, family, we're not in the Elizabethan era. Like, it shouldn't be. But what is it to you? And instead of going to Planned Parenthood or whatever and picketing outside, what are you doing right now for all the kids who don't have parents? Are you donating? Are you fostering? Are you doing anything for the kids now who, because their parents did not want them or could not take care of them or died or for whatever reason during giving birth or whatever? What are you doing right now to help them? That's what I want to know. Mm-hmm. So you're so staunch on, oh my God, this is wrong and blah, blah, blah. And they're already, you're killing these babies. But what are you doing to help the ones that are here now, breathing, living, walking, talking? Not a goddamn thing. So those things right there really bother me. Like, if you're so pro-life and you do a lot of other stuff on the side, I could see that a little bit more. But if you're just a hardcore Bible thumper and you just, oh, this is wrong and this is right and this is wrong. Well, what about all the other wrong stuff going on in the world? And then it's okay for certain people to kill other people. And then I'm pro-life, but I'm pro-gun. Hold on. Pause. Think about that. I'm just saying. Okay.
It's weird. I think my opinion is that up to a certain point, it's just a thing. Like, it's not even to me, it's not a baby. It's a thing. Up until
it's not formed yet.
Yeah, so to me, it's just a thing. I'm
Some
a man.
Some of you should have been swallowed.
So I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion about. I'm a dude, so I don't have an opinion about telling women what to do with their body.
You can't.
You just do whatever you like, and
you can't. And those ones, I'm saying, like they must have swallowed 10,000 kids, and then they got something to say about kids being aborted.
Yeah, my
it's crazy to me. It's ludicrous.
My thing is, I don't understand why other people are so adamant about what others do with their life. You know what I mean?
To me, I look at it like this. Sometimes it's just better to handle your business or whatever first. Because if the baby, let's say if they ended up keeping the baby, put the baby up for adoption or whatever. First of all, these people sell babies, okay? From a personal, whatever. Anyway, my sister was getting ready to adopt, and they tried to charge her close to $50,000 for a baby that someone gave up for free. I'm just saying. So if you really wanted these people to find homes and this and that, okay, maybe $10,000 fee for paperwork, boarding, whatever. Why does it cost a baby 50? So you got to be 50 in the hole before you even have a baby. That's, it's not cheap. And then, we watched something the other day on the ID channel where these people were locking their kids in a closet. These foster, it's horrible. I'm just saying, it's really bad. So
yeah, it's a bad thing. But anyway, dudes on the surface, he said he was leaving because it wasn't busy. And I'm like, damn it, bro. Like, you're 60. Like, why would you want a job where you have to really go to work and work?
Right.
It's like free money. Take the free money, fam, and just chill. But
it's free money, free showers,
free food,
free Wi-Fi,
free TVs. Yo, it's like free,
and free.
He got free. So he got back to wherever he went and was like, "Yo, this shit is trash." Like wherever he's at now. So then I had a thing like maybe something came up where he didn't even get the job. Like they hired him and then something came up and it was like, "Nah, we can't hire you." But now I don't.
Well, they dodged a bullet.
Pretty much. So one last topic, real quick before you out. Yo, you know me and my relationship TV shows and stuff. So I'm watching this one show where they send people on dates. Like me and you were having trouble in our relationship.
Okay.
Excuse me.
What
was that?
A burp.
How you doing? So we're having problems. Okay. The therapist says, I'm going to send you on a date with a dude. Send me on a date with a chick.
This is the only show that I like to watch with him. That when he has it on, I don't mind watching it if I catch it. It's a great
show.
But the reactions are funny. So
they send them to dates. They send them on dates, but to the same place. And they kind of sit them next to each other.
They set them up good.
I love that part. Like, I don't know who thought about that part, but I love that part. I already know that I would fucking lose it.
If you saw me on a date with someone else?
Yeah. Especially like,
but you got a chick right next to you.
I know, but like, I got to be honest with you, and no bullshit. Like, regardless of what's going on, you know, in our relationship, if we were having trouble and we were sent on separate dates, I feel like you would try to leave this house in the fucking most sexiest, like, boner making outfit that you have, right? And I would always see you that. I would see you that way, regardless of how the chick was. I'm not saying you would leave that way, but to me, that's what would go through my mind. And if I was with another chick, I probably wouldn't even see her once I saw you. And this is what's happening in some of these situations where, like, the other person walks in and, like, all the other people see is, like, red. And I'm just like, yo, I can't with this part of this show.
No, you can. You love it.
But I can't, like, if it were me.
Right.
I understand why people lose it, but hey, it is what it is. So what can I say? That was quick.
Wait, no. Let's go Sixers.
Go
Sixers.
Yo, the mask is back.
The mask is back. So fear the mask.
Fear the mask.
Phantom of the Process is
back. Fear the beard, too. Fear the beard.
Yeah, well, listen, fear a few of them because they're doing well. Now, I believe, quick Sixers talk because... Quick. First of all, I think that we would have beaten Miami both times that we had our star.
Okay.
In Miami. What you think?
So, great question. Again, because I had this conversation at the gym. And when I'm not interested in the game, I'll go to bed.
Right.
So the last two games, halftime I went, the first game, third quarter, the second game. I'll go to bed if I feel like we're going to lose. I'm at the gym, we balling, we talking about the games, and I'm like, what did we lose by? They say, we lost one by like 12 and then one by 16. And I'm like,
that's
shit.
Easy. That's 3 possessions. You know what I mean? Like, if we had our big man.
Right. And I said, if Embiid was playing, we win those games. Embiid could get 20 without even like leaving the bench. He could get 20 for just walking into the gym.
Well, just watching this last game alone, which was game 3, they can't get to the basket with him there. It's just his intimidation factor, his height, and just his skill level. And, people say, Sixers, they're trash without Embiid. Not necessarily. He's just our star. He's our big man. Like, he's just all around, is everything. We do need him on the team. But not to say that we didn't have Embiid or Harden, right? And Maxey took over the game when we one of my favorite games to watch actually all season.
Sure.
And I was surprised because I was like, I don't even know if I want to watch it because Embiid and Harden's not playing. Maxey ate that up and we killed the Heat.
Right.
So I think that it could have been close to a sweep. I mean, I'm a little biased, obviously.
Of course.
But I think that it probably would have been something like Toronto, or at least definitely not had to get to game 7, which is still to be determined. But so the Heat were supposed to stop by my job last night, and they didn't. Okay. And I was a little bit upset about that because I wanted to get them really drunk so they can,
They would have recovered. They would have been recovering today.
Nah.
Come on, fam. Like,
nah, I'd have sold them like 18 bottles.
That's now you being like the people who thought we were the Cowboys at Del Frisco's.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
No, it was really late. So we ended up, we closed at 2:00, but it was after 1 already. And when they were supposed to come in and they didn't, but I guess we'll just play them on their best. And if we win, which hopefully we will, tomorrow that just shows that, they didn't need to be drunk for us to beat them.
Yo, listen, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, so that we can. This is gonna get tens and tens of views. So we can get tens and tens of views.
Tens of views.
That's
because
what I love.
For us, it ain't really about the views.
Facts.
So when we get old and like have no teeth, you know what I mean? We could like watch these videos and kind of reminisce a little bit.
I already don't have teeth. So
yes, you do. You have teeth.
I got the registers.
You can. it back up. This rain is like making me not want to leave the house.
I'm gonna clean this up and go to bed. Ooh.
So you want me to let?
Ooh.
Do you want me to let Berg out? Oh no, I don't have time.
No, I can let him out.
Let him out.